Hey guys, it's Melissa Tennyson, owner of 3milelaneco. I'm here today to show you how to make stickers. This video would be really long if I put it all into one, so I'm going to break this series out into a few different videos. You can find a list of all the materials that I use down in the description box below. Once you're done watching this video, you'll be able to easily go to the next videos on the end screen, or you can go down into the description box where I will have them all listed out as I post them. If you have any questions, comment on the video and let me know. I'd be happy to do a Q&A in a future video. Enough of the introductions, let's get to sticker making. In this episode, we're going to go over Cricut Design Space. So, first of all, you want to make sure that you have the software installed. If you don't, it's really easy. You can go to Google and type in Cricut Design Space. It'll pop up with the webpage and you can just download it from there. There's also a web-based version and an iPad-based version. Today we're using the desktop version. There are several different options when you go to the menu. You can go Home, Canvas, New Machine Setup, and Calibration are some of my favorite options. Make sure that you calibrate your machine when you first get it. It's very crucial that you get it calibrated. You want to make sure that your cuts are going to be accurate and precise. The walkthrough is super easy to use and it's very user-friendly, so make sure that you also print on the printer you plan on printing on, and I do also suggest that you calibrate using the same paper you will be using, so whatever sticker paper that might be. If you haven't yet set up your machine, this is also a place where you can do that. Just choose your options and the program will walk you through it. Now we're going to dive into how I use Cricut Design Space in order to print my print and cut stickers. These are for single die cut stickers. I'll go over sticker sheets in a future video. Here we are in Cricut Design Space. Today we are using the Cricut. I can do silhouette videos in the future, but this is the software that I started with and it's what I've come to love, so we're going to be using this today. So, first step is we need to get our picture into our design space so that we can print our stickers. Once you are on your canvas, you just click on Upload. I'm going to upload an image. This is the old bunny, so I'm actually going to click that little eye and hit delete so that I don't get confused on which one is which. And then I'm going to upload my new bunny. So I know I titled it Sleepy Bunny in Procreate, and it should be the second one that I uploaded. So I'm going to open that. I always make sure that I do complex, continue. I don't need to erase anything, so I'm going to continue. And we are going to save it as a print then cut image. Click on save. Once you have that in your projects, you can import that onto your canvas. I'm going to select it and insert images. And now we can see, here it is on our canvas. The next step, I always like to resize. So I'm going to make these 3-inch stickers. I'm going to make the width 3 inches. I'm going to keep the aspect ratio lock on so that it resizes in proportion. I like to click and drag it all the way up past the corner and then it will snap to the grid. I'm going to duplicate that image and I'm going to move it over to the 6.75 inch mark. So 6 3/4 inches is as wide as we can print on the Cricut. And then the length is 9 1/4. So I really enjoy adding a square to my background so I can see the stickers and I know exactly how much space I have left to play with. I'm going to unlock the proportions. I'm going to type in 6.75 by 9.25 and hit return. And then I'm going to drag it up to the corner and it'll snap into place. I'm going to right click and send it to the back. That shows me all of the gray space that I have left to play with. So I'm going to click on both of the bunnies, hold down shift so I select them both, and I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to drag it down and it will snap to place because it won't let you go outside of these rulers. And I don't think that I'm gonna have enough room for 2 more bunnies down here. See how they overlap? But if I move it over, I could get 1 more bunny squeezed out down here. Here's the trick. You do not want your stickers too close together. There are a lot of factors that could mess this up, and it might affect the quality of the sticker, or it might jam in your machine. So a couple of ways around this is, number 1, we could resize the sticker to make it just a little bit smaller. Number 2, we could eliminate that sticker altogether, and we could move these bunnies down and maybe make some mini bunnies to go down here as well. For this example, I'm actually going to resize these so that my bunnies are 3 inches tall. So they're still about the same, they're just a little bit shorter, so that way I can get 6 bunnies on 1 page. So another tip when you're cutting on the Cricut is the Cricut likes to cut in perfect lines. So I'm going to select the bunnies in 1 column, and then I'm going to click on Align and Center Horizontally. That will make sure that they're all centered evenly. I'm going to do the same on these bunnies. Now that I have those aligned, I like to use as much of the gray space as possible. So I'm going to duplicate the first bunny again, and I'm going to resize this one to 1 inches. I like to make mini stickers to give away as little freebies and orders. So I'm going to make a couple of mini bunnies to put around the gray space. Again, I don't want to crowd it too much, so I'm just going to do a few. Once you have your bunnies the way that you want, you can go down to your square and hide it by clicking on the eye. I like to do this way instead of deleting the whole thing, so that if I want to reuse this canvas, I don't have to re-add that square. It's just right there ready for me to use. I just have to unhide it. I want to select all of my bunnies and attach them together so that they don't move on the canvas. I'm going to hit Command A, or if you're on a regular computer, a PC, you can hit Control A to select all. And then I'm going to click on Attach. Once you have those attached, you can go to Make It, and it will show you what your project is going to look like. Now you can load your printer paper, hit Continue, send it to your printer, and I have my printer selected. I always turn off the Add Bleed unless I have a patterned or colored background, but my background is white, so you want to make sure that's off. I also always turn on my Use System dialog box. That's going to pop up the print dialog box on my computer instead of running it through Design Space. I can change the settings to make sure that I'm getting the best quality picture possible. After you hit print, in Design Space, it likes to pop up on the back. So I drag it down a little bit until I can see the printer pop up. Then I click on it. I make sure that I'm on Color Fine and the quality is set to Best. As for the paper type, I let my computer determine that by auto selection. And once I'm ready, I'm going to go ahead and hit print. Stay tuned for part 3, where we'll go over how to print them out and get them cut on your Cricut.
That's a whap.
My TikTokers, you'll know.